nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
He's been putting out videos, and I guess he's been arguing with other people who has a different opinion than he does, even though he is currently waiting to judge. Yeah, right. But he is saying the video is cut. Like there's a jump in the video and there are bits and pieces missing. He said that people giving their opinion on the video and seeing Crowder as an abuser, they are young, dumb, virgins, never been in a real relationship, stupid, and other derogatory names. He keeps on with the insults. He uses his own relationship as well when he would tell other people that, you know, that's just your personal experience, when all he has to do is shut the F up. That's all he has to do and let more information come out. He is trying to go the opposite way of what a lot of people are saying and seeing with this video, just to be like the opposing voice in the room. And he also said, everyone trusts white women tears, and that was hilarious. Now this dude is trying to go against the grain is what he's doing. He is saying that his leftist subs are ready to attack a conservative, which is a weak statement. He is a part of this conservative party. He's a part of this ideal, and he's not living up to it. He is attacking other people for their ideals, and he's attacking other people for their behaviors and decorum, and he's not living up to what he is saying he's standing for. And they saw the video. Now, there's a part in the video where Crowder says something and then he pauses and he interprets what Crowder said. It's crazy. And he goes into these conspiracies when he says he's going to wait for judgment, doing all this. He's trying to pretend like he's the voice of reason and he's being neutral and being fair in this game, in politics, right? I mean, he cannot stand Candace Owens, and to be honest, Candace is doing her job.
Because elective and cosmetic are not the same thing, okay? Can I go on Kick? Hold on, I'm feeling grumpy today. I'm moving over to Kick, okay, because I want to say mean words. I'm moving over there, kick.com/destiny, okay? The thing that I hate the most over all of this is I don't like Steven Crowder. I super hate his politics, and you retards have me playing defense for him because you guys are even more unhinged than I am, okay? That's actually the worst part of all of this. Candace Owens comes off as the most opportunistic piece of shit. Like she did it with Kanye. She's doing it with the Steven Crowder thing. I can tell this type of person's probably done it more in the past. I'm not as familiar with her, but oh my God, she's just so slimy, disgusting, opportunistic.
And yet, according to his wife, this was an elective surgery, really a cosmetic surgery,
because Crowder is making the claim that my blood flow was inhibited by this sunken sternum thing or whatever, right? Now she's saying that that's not true. She's saying that's all just a lie. Do you have any proof for that? She said it was the wife who said it. That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. What I heard her say was the wife said it was elective, and now Candace is saying that it was purely cosmetic. Did the wife say that it was cosmetic? We can rewind. Where's my shitty soundboard? Okay, we can rewind and listen again, but it didn't sound like that's what the wife said.
Souls. and if he dies, I personally will kill him. Right?
And yet, according to his wife, this was an elective surgery, really a cosmetic surgery.
The way that she says that, I don't know what... She says, the wife said that it was an elective surgery. Then she adds this, really a cosmetic surgery. Did the wife tell you it was an elective surgery, really a cosmetic surgery? Or did the wife say it was an elective surgery and now your addition is really a cosmetic surgery? I can't tell. It sounds like that's something she's ad-libbing at the end there.
To his wife, this was an elective surgery, really a cosmetic surgery, because Steven didn't like the way that his chest looked because he had a sunken chest, and it was not something that was actually required to save his life. And yet we see that same pattern of behavior.
I also don't think that you need to save your life to have a surgery that helps you with something, right? Like not every surgery has to be life-saving. I'd be super curious if she could source something more than just a statement from the wife on this.
What's being said is Crowder tried to make it come off as more serious and life-threatening than it really was. So nobody Nobody is saying that he couldn't have a surgery if he wanted to, regardless if it would improve something slightly or cosmetically make him feel better. They love playing these games and they think they're good at it. It's such trash.
Seems to further the wife wanting divorce, right? But now you're telling me that actually he was the one that wanted a divorce because of the because he hired a lawyer for it. None of this makes sense. How much is Crowder paying Destiny for the stream? See you later, Jack, not Jacob. Wait, are you permanent in my DGG chat too? Let me check. Hold on. Keep your eye open for that guy.
It was so offensive.
That you know we're making here, or assumptions we're making here, but I do think that at the very least, Crowder doesn't look like a healthy relationship at that point.
It doesn't look like a healthy relationship?
No, you just
They're literally, in 1 week from this video, he's getting a divorce attorney. No shit, it doesn't look like a healthy relationship.
Why are you being an asshole about it? I'm trying to make a middle ground with you. Okay?
I don't want a middle ground with you. Your position is totally incoherent. I don't want to share a middle ground with you.
You're a fucking retard.
You guys just came in here and told me that there's a plethora of dog medications that will cause a woman to fucking rocket launch her out her fucking fetuses if she even comes in remote contact with it.
No. I never said what happens if you touch the person.
Okay, 60% of twin pregnancies can result or do result in a premature birth. It is completely reasonable that she is being extremely cautious at that point about what medication she's handling, what things she's handling in her life. It is absolutely incredibly understandable.
What does this have to do with giving a dog a medication?
You're talking about things that are at risk to her pregnancy.
You don't know if it's a risk, though. You're just making that up.
No, I'm not making it up. Again, there are articles written about this for pregnant women.
You don't know what medication.
I don't, because I'm not.
So you're making it up
right now.
No, you are making it up. It might be a medication that's totally safe. Oh, do you know what medication she was gonna give him?
I don't know. No, I don't.
Okay, then you're making it up. That's what making it up means. You're fantastically fabricating a story.
Destiny's shilling for Crowder because he wants to be like the Keith Varian in the situation.
I'm shilling Grant because Steven spelled with a V stick together, okay?
Yeah.
All these
Destiny just like taking the unpopular take and he's doing it again with this one.
True,
all of a sudden,
exactly.
The winning criticism is from the conservative side, okay? He's an L man because he let his marriage fall apart. He doesn't have 2 cars for her. He can't pick up the dog shit for the last 2 months. Like, that's why I criticize him for it, because if he's out here being a Christian conservative man as another.
Again, there are articles written about this for pregnant women.
You don't know what medication.
I had to pause it there because he is claiming that she doesn't know what medication it is, therefore she's making up a story. But he doesn't know what medication it is. So how can he say that she's making something up? Plus, the fact that Steven said put on some gloves. Why the would he tell her to put on some gloves if it was okay for her? I mean, it makes no sense for him to even bring gloves up. You never know what triggers they might have in their past. Even a famous woman, Beyonce, and I don't want to hear all the conspiracy theories, but she said that, she had a miscarriage and she was nervous about getting on stage, and her doctor was convincing her, saying that she could do it and her body was used to doing this, so it wouldn't be any extra strain on her. But you don't know what that does to a woman mentally. Of course, she's going to care about the health and well-being as she's carrying this child. Speaking as a male, as if he knows anything about what it's like to be a woman. The fuck?
I don't, because I'm not.
So you're making it up
right now.
No, you are making it up. It might be a medication that's totally safe. Oh, do you know what medication she was gonna give him?
I don't know. No, I don't.
Okay, then you're making it up. That's what making it up means. You're fantastically fabricating a story.
Destiny's shilling for Crowder because he wants to be like the Keith Varian in the situation.
To her pregnancy.
You don't know if it's a risk, though. You're just making that up.
No, I'm not making it up. Again, there are articles written about this for pregnant women.
You don't know what medication.
I don't, because I'm not.
So you're making it up
right now.
No, you are making it up. It might be a medication that's totally safe. Oh, do you know what medication she was gonna give him?
I don't know. No, I don't.
Okay, then you're making it up. That's what making it up means. You're fantastically fabricating a story.
Destiny's shilling for Crowder because he wants to be like the Keith Varian in the situation.
I'm shilling Grant because Steven spelled with a V stick together, okay?
Yeah.
All these
Destiny just like taking the unpopular take and he's doing it again with this one.
True,
all of a sudden,
exactly.
The winning criticism is from the conservative side, okay? He's an L man because he let his marriage fall apart. He doesn't have 2 cars for her. He can't pick up the dog shit for the last 2 months. Like, that's why I criticize him for it. Because if he's out here being a Christian conservative man, as another Christian, I don't want him leading other Christian young men.
That's great, but it has absolutely fuck all to do with anything we were just talking about. But thank you for that input.
Yeah, well, it does show that he's abusive.
Probably, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Exactly, and it's not an unreasonable request to not want to put the dog medication in the ass of the dog.
Maybe you don't know. You don't know if it's. You have no idea. Why is it so hard for you fucking retards? Just wait for more information. Because there's literally absolutely.
I just showed about 11 medications that pregnant women should avoid. And one of them even said that all parties, not just pregnant women, should wear gloves when administering the medication. So he doesn't know what type of medication, but he's getting on her for what type of medication it could be. This is insane.
To her pregnancy.
You don't know if it's a risk, though. You're just making that up.
No, I'm.
So hard for you fucking retards. Just wait for more information. Because there's literally.
He is telling them to wait for more information as he has set up here and he has gave opinion after opinion after MFing opinion. He sat up there and called this woman lazy. It could be that she's lazy. This is the only thing she has to do. He's literally fighting. You know, this is a cluster F when you are literally fighting, getting certain things from the store and administering medicine to a dog. Something that you can get your A up, you can smoke your cigar while you put on a glove or choose not to and give the dog the medicine and then go to the store and go to the gym and go see your parents or whatever else he had to do. This is insane. I don't know if they think this is like making males look good to be paired with. It is literally chipping away at desirability for them. Go and get a grill, go get pellets. I don't even know. I'm like, was he telling her to get a whole grill? Anyway.
No, absolutely. There's literally no reason. No, hold on. No.
I'll tell you.
Tell me why we have an opinion right now.
Because you in the past have sat here and said, I can perfectly understand why parents are overprotective to the point of irrationality when it comes to their kids. And you have somebody who's late term, 8 months, when apparently she's had miscarriages before, so she's extra paranoid potentially. And then you're like, wow, there's no reason. In other words, like, yeah, it's actually very sensible. And I know a lot of parents would have the same reaction to anything that may even potentially be a risk.
Okay, if you just want to tell me you've got an irrational snow bunny protective feeling because she's pregnant, that's fine.
This is a woman who has had a miscarriage before and she is afraid. She doesn't want anything to happen to her children, potentially. What does he think that's not coming up in her mind, that she's the one who went through that and she had to whatever extent it was. I don't know how far along she was. I don't know if she's had multiple. I don't know if it's been hard for her to get pregnant or what, because they've been together for that long and just now having the twins. So he doesn't even know anything about any fertility issues other than her miscarriages. Nobody is going to be extra protective over their children. Is he insane?
Then just say that. Then say, Stephen, I am being retarded, but at least I'm acknowledging it. It's because I see a white woman crying, it makes me sad. That's fine. If you want to have that opinion, then that's fine. That's fine.
It's because women are retarded, okay?
That's fine.
That's
okay.
That's fine. Do think women are children.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what parents do. Parents are irrationally protective of their children.
Wait, hold on. There is no. What are you talking? This has nothing to do with. We're talking about a pregnant woman and a man. We're not looking at a kid getting abused here. I don't know where this point is coming from.
Because you don't think.
Just because the baby is still inside of her, you don't think that she thinks of these as her children. She's not imagining what they are going to look like. She's not getting the crib ready and all that to bring these little people into the world. The fuck is wrong with him?
A pregnant woman is the same as a parent in terms of how overprotective she is of their future child?
We don't even know what she's being asked to do, bro. What if the medication is giving a pill to a dog? You have no idea.
A pill to a dog, again, a lot of those pills can't be touched. Or there are a number of pills that can't be touched by pregnant women. It's on the instructions. Do not handle if pregnant.
True.
I'll take my guy.
I agree. You guys are all on.
I don't know. Wait, hold on.
It's so funny that you guys, like, you fucking retards can watch the Amber Heard Johnny Depp shit get repeated like 50 million times over, and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing we could have done. I have no idea. But here you are, like, willing to wheel out like 50 million assumptions on a 3-minute video being leaked that is like intentionally trying to make one side look bad. You're like, oh, nothing fishy here. That's absolutely everything I'm saying. Despite the fact that the video itself is even edited. The video itself is even edited.
No one here is saying that like there's another side or two sides.
No,
We're talking about what we're
nobody
seeing.
He's lying. He's lying. It hasn't been edited.
Wait,
You
what
want
am
to know
I
the truth about the video? You want to know the truth about the video? It's a ring light. Sometimes movement stops and then the video just stops. It happens. These things record and stop. You don't even know if it's been edited. Sometimes the videos just come out that way.
Facts.
They're literally moving the entire time of the video. This is the most takeable time. Maybe in the middle of the
have
moving
one
of the
of
video,
those- I
they
have one of
randomly
those-
cut 40 seconds out.
Really unhinged much? Somebody is giving their opinion. They can't give their opinion unless it's exactly like his and the way he thinks.
This is incredibly disingenuous because we seeded earlier in this conversation that there could be other things going on in this marriage, that there could have been other things that have happened before this, right? But we're talking about what is reasonable within this 3-minute span, right? And I think it is perfectly reasonable for a woman who is 8 months pregnant, who is a high-risk pregnancy, who is worried about, premature.
Yes, we've heard you give the pregnant women retarded baby
okay.
talking points a million times. Yeah.
Yeah. You heard that one. That's a good one, though. It's a good one. I like it.
Why are the babies retarded?
It's the same because you guys are bringing these talking points without having any idea what the medication is or anything. You're just like saying it over and over again because a white pregnant woman like crying like sets you into a fucking frenzy.
Hey, if she was,
I will not lie. I'm
still...
actually
Not about
biased
white
against white
pregnant
women,
women.
so me making this defense actually leads credence to her because, like, me and white women. So, like, I think if I'm advocating for her, there's something really suspicious going on.
You guys need to stop bringing up the high risk pregnancy thing as a defense for like or like to defend the idea that she can't do anything. She was already willing to go to.
She can't do anything. I never.
Stardust,
said she
shut
can't
up.
do
Let me make my
anything.
point first. All right.
Anyways,
like,
don't tell her to shut up. She doesn't need to do that. Just say, hold
okay,
on,
well,
let me make a point.
she could just not cut me off. All right. So basically, like,
You see how disrespectful and misogynistic they get just because they don't like what she said.
yeah, she's high risk, but we don't know why she's high risk. Carrying multiples is enough to categorize you as high risk, but high risk means a lot of different things, right? You could be high risk.
This coming from a fucking male that has never experienced anything, has never given birth, will never give birth, doesn't know how the body works, doesn't understand. I have a whole effing video of a black woman who is dancing. And when I tell you she's dancing, and her belly is out there almost to the size of this woman. And she is hitting all those dance moves. But when you look in the comment section, there are certain women who have been pregnant who has said, I wish I could have moved like that or did that. I had to be in bed, or I experienced this in my pregnancy, or the first one was fine and normal, and this one, took a toll on me. But these motherfuckers who does not have ovaries, don't have a womb, never experienced what it's like to be a woman, give birth, be pregnant or anything. They just know so fucking much.
For a number of different medical reasons. So, and she was already willing to go to the grocery store. So any sort of argument about like, oh, well, she doesn't want to exert herself too much, or, she's too pregnant, she's carrying twins, like doing physical anything is too much. Well, no, she's already willing to do errands. Like, let's not pretend like she can't.
No,
I don't think she was going grocery shopping. I think she was getting away
Wasn't
from
the
him.
contention? Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
she
Wasn't the whole
wanted to-
contention that he didn't want her to take the car to go grocery shopping? Like, she
Did
was
we also-
going grocery shopping. She didn't want him to. He didn't want her to take the car. He wanted her to take the Uber.
You have no reason why that's the case, though, right?
No, was that not said explicitly?
Yeah, he wanted her to take the Uber, and I think that it's crazy to make her take an Uber when if you want to go to the gym, it's
You
much
don't know
easier
that.
to
There
take-
could be
Well,
a
the man
million
in the
different
house would
circumstances.
No, this
You
was
drive your woman around. You don't let your
Specifically
woman
said-
drive.
What he specifically said, right, was that, oh, I might want, I can't go see my parents, I can't go to the gym, if I don't have this car, right? It is much easier to do errands using a car, and it's much easier to go to the gym doing an Uber. I don't understand why he can't just.
I don't
You have
even
no
know
idea
if
what
that's
sort of-
true.
Yeah.
That is
You have no
absolutely-
idea what sort of arrangement they have when it comes to the car. There could be reasons why he needs access to the car and she doesn't necessarily need access to a car. It could be easier for her to just get an Uber.
This is how the fuck they feel about you, even though you are carrying their immortality and their fucking legacy in your body. It's not that bad. You're just pregnant. People are trying to act like you're handicapped, I would think there would be a little more concern, but as of today, I don't understand how women still are giving birth. I'm not even joking at this point. To hear this shit and to see males sit up here and say that, and some of them are married, it makes me wonder what's going on in your marriage, that a woman would actually, maybe it's the money, but would actually be with you that you think like this. Like, go run errands, go do this. This is the arrangement we had. This is the agreement. And just because you're pregnant, how does he know this wasn't a bad day for her? I said that in the last video. This may not have been a good day for her. You can be irritable, and taking in consideration women's hormones. You could be fatigued. You could have no energy. You could be tired, pissed, crying all at the same time, but there's no consideration for that. Everybody is trying to coddle this like he's a child. He's setting up here with these conservative ass ideals where he's the man. So if he's the man and he's taking care of his woman, he would let her use the car. He would make her as comfortable as possible. But they're trying to coddle this little, as he sits up there in front of his pregnant wife, smoking a cigar. Fuck him and fuck them.
Uber. He gave the reasons why he didn't want her to take the car. We don't have to speculate about that.
Yeah, but you don't know the context for why those things.
It doesn't matter what the context is.
That's an L. Multi-millionaire without multiple cars can't just hand one over and get somebody. He's got all these employees and he can't set that up. Now you're a fucking
Or he has to
loser.
go so fast between friends.
And I also say she had a miscarriage in 2020. It is not irrational for her and her particular medical history to be extra paranoid about anything, considering she loves
her having a miscarriage has nothing to do with whether or not she can take a fucking Uber.
What would be the medication? Are you?
Do you hear this son of a bitch setting up here talking about just because she lost a baby in 2020 doesn't mean anything? Fuck him.
Fucking retard. If you lose a child, yeah, you become extra paranoid about everything. Like, what are you guys talking about?
Then why did she want to go? Abba, you're not going to Abba, you won't answer this question.
Somebody who lost a kid.
Then why did she want to go grocery shopping then?
Who said she didn't?
No, make him answer that. 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 You're dragged out. Answer that question. Why did she want to go grocery shopping?
She didn't.
Wait, then why is she offering to go grocery shopping?
Because he's forcing her. The only way she can take the car is if she runs errands for him. She wanted to get away, and he said, I need errands, I need this, I need that. So she said, fine, if I can just get the fuck away from you, then I'll go get your fucking groceries.
Okay,
that's why she gave an unspecified time for her return.
Then why wouldn't she just like Uber to her parents' house and like not come back?
She offered to get somebody to give her a ride.
Okay, but
and then he had an issue
her
with
parents
that.
don't live in the same state. Her parents are in like Michigan.
No, that's my question.
It's not pregnant. Just give her the fucking car.
It's we don't. The thing I'm saying is you don't know. Why couldn't she just Uber to her parents' house?
If she's 8 months pregnant, your duty as a husband is to just give her the fucking car.
Okay, so you have no answer. You have no answer. You have no answer. You have no answer. You just have no idea. Your duty is like just take an Uber somewhere.
Yeah.
You want to get away.
I would not want my 8-month pregnant wife to get in a fucking Uber. I would feel very unsafe about that whole scenario. Yeah.
There's some stranger in the car with your pregnant wife.
Yeah. Is that crazy? Is that stupid?
Yeah, it is retarded. Yeah. My pregnant wife can't take Ubers anymore because somebody might kill her. Like what?
Yeah.
My guess is going to be that Steven Crowder probably has a higher chance of getting killed in an Uber.
But if there is a working car and a man who cares about his wife and she is 8 months pregnant, meaning she's getting close to her due date. If she is pregnant with twins, what if the twins come early or something like that? You want her in a fucking Uber when she could just be comfortable in the car? I think any reasonable, caring husband would do that. Maybe this motherfucker just has a weird ass lifestyle and thought problem, and maybe he's dysfunctional as fucked and fucked up in the head. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say except he's putting on a fucking act and he's pissing people off and he's doing it intentionally.
Than a pregnant lady, but who knows? You know,
I couldn't imagine being a grown man and demanding your wife take an Uber when she's 8 months pregnant when you have a car that's available and you can take an Uber or get one of your lame employees to drive you around the whole fucking day. Yeah, you're a fucking loser.
I don't know if he can just take. I don't know if he can just take an Uber, right? I don't know what.
Why can't he?
Because he's got a fucking heart surgery next month. I don't know if he's on some weird fucking restrictions. If he's not supposed to be around other fucking people.
Gonna with your heart?
Because it might not be because it's COVID. You retard! What are you talking about? Like the whole world is fucking crazy.
She's pregnant. She's pregnant.
No. He complains he can't go to the gym. He complains he can't go to see his parents or whatever the fuck it is, so he doesn't want to get an Uber. But then he wants to take a ride to go to these places with public people all around where he might get COVID.
I don't know if he wants to take a ride to those public places. What are you talking about?
Steven, you very often are like, hey, I'm an adult, I've had a lot of life experience compared to a lot of people in this space, so you make some rational inferences from things. It's pretty rational inference that when he's listing off, like, I can't go see my parents, I can't go to the gym, or I can't go see my friends, he's just listing off excuses for why he doesn't want her to take the car, not things he actually has planned and intends to do.
Here's the only difference. I don't know why I'm repeating this shit, okay? What you're saying could be right, but you won't acknowledge that it could be wrong. It might be the case.
I'm happy to acknowledge it could be wrong, but I want you to take a fucking firmer stance on what you think it might be.
I don't know what it could be because I don't have any more information than an edited 3-minute video. Lycan. It might be that he can't go to any of those places because it's COVID time and he's got a surgery scheduled in a couple weeks. That could be the case. Or it could be that he's just really controlling and he's finding excuses to keep his wife in the house. I don't know. It could be that they only have one car because he doesn't want his wife driving anywhere because he's abusive. Or it could be that they have 2 cars and one's in the shop. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. But what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't come out here and stake my whole reputation on this because I'm so fucking dick hungry to shit on Crowder. And then all of a sudden court docs come out and I go, oh, whoop, looks like I made a whole bunch of fucking assumptions. By the way, for no reason, because there's literally no reason right now where you have to make an assumption on this, right? You just say like, oh,
content creators are not supposed to make assumptions about anything because they can't double back and do a video when or if any more information comes out that may be contrary to what someone thinks. So basically people are seeing the video, giving their opinion. They're content creators. They can do that. If more information comes out or information against the wife or him, it doesn't matter. They can put that out too. He is dick riding Crowder so hard.
shit, I don't know, a lot of stuff could happen. The video that came out looks pretty bad, looks like he's shitting on his wife, looks like he's saying some shit that he doesn't say, that he shouldn't be saying. That seems to be the case, but there's also a lot of information we don't know. The video is edited, and it's leaked to a publication that's explicitly trying to make him look bad in an 8-figure divorce case. How retarded do you have to be to take all of that at face value?
Yes. Okay, but we're not putting him to the sword. We're not saying he needs to go to jail. What I'm saying is in consideration of the values that he espouses as a good Christian man who says he loves marriages, all this stuff, everything he exemplified in that video flew in the face of that.
Yeah,
There's
no
nothing
shit, yes.
Christ-like about Andy's behavior. So my criticism of him is not one of like legal condemnation. I just think morally, I think what he did is fucking garbage. That's it, period. I don't, all this other talk about things might exonerate him after, there's nothing that can exonerate
no one,
him.
Good thing nobody said he was going to get exonerated. I don't know who you're talking to in here, okay? Nobody said he could be exonerated.
Okay, then lessen how bad it looks when it comes to the fact that his values are not being lived up to in the stuff that he showed. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he give a fuck if he's living
lawyer, while he's over there having his little fucking dick measuring contest on public platform to like do some PR shit is not very Christ-like when he's talking about, oh, the Texas is a no-fault divorce, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, you hired a divorce lawyer.
You don't give a fuck about him living up to his values. You came in here because you wanted to defend a pregnant woman. You were saying that's what...
Crowder has been talking shit about other people. So when you talk shit about other people, then people expect you to live up to what you say you are and what you're fucking representing. So when they see something to the contrary, yes, they're going to call you out. Fuck him.
Parents feel like, okay, if that's what you want to switch to, then that's fine, sure.
I'll prove it to you because last time when we had a conversation and I was saying I really admire the fact that Ben Shapiro, irrespective of my political differences, lives the values that he has, I was showing him love for that. Why can't I have that same kind of attitude towards Crowder when he's not doing the same?
You can, but that wasn't the argument you came in here with. The argument you came in here with was, oh my God, pregnant woman, this is horrible. If you would have come in here and said, like, wow, it's pretty hypocritical that Steven Crowder seems like he's treating his wife horribly and they're having all these problems in their relationship, even though he's a Christian conservative man, of course I'd agree with you. Now, no shit, that looks horrible. Obviously, that's true.
It's perfectly reasonable to say that in the video, what we see, it has signs of abuse, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
Obviously, of course.
But to make this like moral condemnation of him as a person as if he never lives his moral, you're taking 3 minutes of his life during a very like tumultuous period of his life during a fucking divorce. And you're gonna judge his character like for
I will
in totality. I think that's pretty fucked up. I think if anybody took 3 minutes of you not living up to your morals, you would feel pretty miffed. I don't know.
Listen, there's a giant difference between some random 3-minute video and you doing that to your wife when she's pregnant, late term with twins after having a miscarriage. Completely fucking different scenario. Sorry, buddy. I don't think those two things are the same thing. I will not judge someone because they had a bad interaction with their parent. But if your parents fucking knocked unconscious and you do up shit to them while they're there or saying stuff, I would probably judge you completely different.
Is that comparison?
You can't make statements like, oh, he doesn't live his values. He didn't live those values in that clip. Sure.
I'm talking about how you treat somebody in an incredible vulnerable
The comparison
state.
for a pregnant woman is somebody knocked unconscious getting raped? Like, what the fuck?
What? I didn't say rape. What the fuck?
What do you mean doing things to somebody while they're knocked unconscious?
Maybe this is the way that you're addressing them, whatever it is that you're saying to these people when they're in a vulnerable state. That's what I was trying to allude to, not fucking raping them.
Okay, I don't know what you do to people when they're unconscious, but okay. My bad.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
All I was trying to allude to is the fact that somebody's in a vulnerable state and then how you treat them in that moment. So the way people treat old people, for example, when they're extremely dependent on them. I judge people off of that. Those are things I might judge someone off. And I would say that when it comes to a woman in that kind of scenario, I would judge the way that he's treating her based off the fact that she's in that scenario.
It's very obvious for the woman that she's in a vulnerable place, but you have no idea if he is in a, like, not obviously similarly vulnerable.
Oh my God. And here we go. Poor Steven. Poor Crowder. He's in a vulnerable state too.
Vulnerable place, but you have no idea the context of his life outside of that 3-minute clip. He could be in a vulnerable place for a number of different reasons as well. But you don't care about that because you just see a pregnant woman and you have all the sympathy in the world for her, but you're not willing to look at the guy's side.
The emphasis
or
on giving a take on this should
imagine any possible world where there's context that might change the way that you see this.
There is not only not a problem with it, it should be expected that we, commenting on this, acknowledge like, hey, we're only getting one side. This shit looks edited, though I think Abba's point is fine because I used to have a Ring camera.
No. To be clear, Abba's point is nonsense. There's movement on the camera while these little 8-second cuts are being made. It's clearly edited. Like the Ring thing is a huge cope. The Ring thing is a huge cope. She's literally moving on the video when these little cuts are happening. Okay?
Even if Steven's point is right, the point is that it is good to give deference to the idea that, hey, we're only getting one side. There's a reason for these people to leak this shit. Like we should be cognizant of that. That should be 25% of it. The 75% emphasis.
What the fuck does the business issues between the Daily Wire and him have to do with his behavior within the video that we're seeing? And talking about it's cut up to make him look bad and, you know, she's nefarious and she's, oh my God.
Emphasis should be on, hey, this is some fucked up looking behavior. But the thing is, I think the issue that people are pushing back on, it seems a little 50-50.
I think it's more like 90-10. But I mean, hey, there's some more added context that might change my mind.
There are unknown variables. Destiny just wants you to just agree. I think Abba just you at this point that like your narrative, it makes sense, it's logical, it's plausible, but it rests on inferences that you're making, and you're leaping at some.
Not only is Abba's narrative logical and plausible, it's probably true. Statistically speaking, what Abba's saying is probably right.
Yes, and that's what they wanted to hear from you, Destiny. Can you say that again?
That feels kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right, but it's because you're too retarded to listen to what I'm saying because you can only see 100%, 50%, or 0% because that's what most humans process. All I'm saying is wait for additional information, just like I did with Rittenhouse, just like I did with like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Wait for more information. There's no reason to jump on a conclusion 100% right now. What you're saying is probably true. Crowder's a piece of publicly. He's had a lot of issues with coworker shit in the past, and he's got a defunct marriage. He's another conservative with issues. Bro,
who the fuck is he to tell somebody what to think, what not to think, what to say, what not to say, what to do with their platform? Anyway, I can't take any more of this. Shit, it's only a few minutes left, but I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.
What you're saying is probably true. He's probably a piece of shit. He's probably manipulative. That could be true. But there could also be more to the video. Why do you jump to a conclusion right now and look like an asshole? If more information is released, it makes you look like a moron. There's no reason for it.
And that has happened to you, hasn't it, Abba? I've heard that like you guys have put up videos that you've had to take down because details you guys left to some conclusions and more.
Yeah, but those were leaps. This is more like a little hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little hopscotch. It's not much of a.
You're literally seeing an intentional.
I'm willing to jump, but it just can't be the grand.
Enough little jumps is a leap, right?
Like it's so funny. You guys don't realize you are seeing an intentional leak from one party to a potentially $50 million lawsuit, and you're like, oh yeah, edited. Oh, that's the ring light. Like it's crazy. You guys just look at that like, yeah, 100% everything in this video is as it is, right? Like it's just, that's just wild to me. But
who said that? Who said that?
You definitely have. Okay, you're the worst defender in here. Okay.
Definitely not.
I only jumped in here because I thought you were. I didn't realize you were being hyperbolic, but you were when you said that their narrative didn't make sense or was illogical. Because I thought it followed pretty well. The idea.
Wait, hold on. I never said that.
Yeah, you know, he said he realized you didn't say that, so he fucked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The whole
time
it looks.
Wow. Well, no, you did say the words. This narrative doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. But I'm
Wait, what did I say that in reference to?
To Stardust and Lycan talking about how the reason that she's being told to put on gloves is because the medicine might be toxic. And
I don't think I said it was illogical. I thought I was saying that they just have no proof for it.
No, I think you said it didn't make any sense.
Oh, sure, it doesn't make sense because they're making a ton of assumptions about the dog medication that they don't know about or whatever.
Well, the story does make sense. They're saying that they're inferring the inference that they're making is that he's telling her to put the gloves on because the medicine is toxic. And by your own statement, you said that going to the grocery store would be harder than giving the dog medicine. So why would she prefer to do that?
Oh,
so these two things in conjunction.
Sure, that's true. So when they were saying, for instance, like it was too physically strenuous to give the dog medication, but it wasn't too physically strenuous to go to the grocery store, that doesn't seem to make sense to me. Yes. Okay.
No, and I wouldn't say that at all.
That was a stupid point. Sure, 100%.
No, it's not stupid. No, if the idea is that going to the grocery store is harder, yet she would rather do it in conjunction with the idea that Crowder wants her to put on gloves to do the task that he wants her to do, then it can be inferred that it's because the medicine might be toxic to her, especially in conjunction with all the other things. Yeah. The fact that it's a twin pregnancy, the fact that she's had a miscarriage before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually curious.
Good to see you guys.
What are some wifely duties? What are some wifely duties that you think a woman should be expected to do while she's 8 months pregnant with twins?
Person that's 8 months pregnant can still do most every normal thing they could in their life, aside from strenuous activity, like maybe lifting crazy stuff or anything that's going to cause like a crazy elevated heart rate. So for instance, like things like they could probably still do the laundry, they could probably still do dishes. Assuming it's like a mild-mannered, well-behaved dog, you probably still like walk the dog and stuff like that. These are things that a wife should probably be able to do, probably up until a couple weeks probably before delivering, we might guess.
The only correct answer here is
the only thing I'll
depends.
caveat a little bit is I haven't known anybody who was pregnant with twins. So maybe with twins, maybe that is different. But for the 3 women that I've known that were pregnant, they worked up until about the day before they gave birth, and they were
being
generally
pregnant
fine.
with twins definitely can change things, but not necessarily. There are women that carry multiples, even up to triplets, and have a completely normal pregnancy with no sort of like extra stress put on them outside, like as if it was like a normal pregnancy. It's completely different for every woman.
Yeah, but sure, but Abba also brought up that she has a history of miscarriages, right?
Yeah, but
we don't even know why she had that miscarriage.
Exactly, you have no idea why the miscarriage happened, which could be for a number of different reasons, right? And that could be the reason why she had a miscarriage could be completely like unrelated to this pregnancy.
Well, yeah, but we also know that on average, when people have twins, like they're more likely to have premature births, right?
Plus, she had already had miscarriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is that relevant?
It's relevant because if she's trying to avoid that, if she's trying to avoid...
you can't avoid going into labor early by just like not giving a dog a pill or not going to the grocery store, right? Yeah, that's what I
thought. The pill thing, I mean, I don't know what the exact causes are, but I think the pill thing, it's not unreasonable to go look up what the possible causes are. I assume miscarriage or birth defects are both.
Well, we don't even know what pill it was, so why would I look up what possible side effects could happen from some possible pills?
I'm just thinking about, I can't imagine anyone being like, hey, I can't give my fucking dog NexGard for no reason when NexGard doesn't say pregnant women don't handle, right?
Well, but she might also, it might be the case that she's like a lazy piece of shit. We don't know that, though. We have no idea. It could be the case that he's a piece of shit and it is a harmful medication. And maybe this is his way of like fucking with her. Maybe he's like, you know, go give the dog the fucking medication, okay? We'll see what happens, right? Maybe he actually drove her to have her last miscarriage because it was so heavily stress induced. And maybe because they're on the verge of divorce, he's trying to get her to do fucked up shit that might result in a miscarriage. So he's only on the hook for even more child support. Maybe. I don't know, right? All of that is possible.
You know what's possible?
What?
You're the handsomest man in the world.
I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you and Abba. I'm calling you both out for my next celebrity boxing match. And in my corner, okay, it's gonna be over every issue we've ever debated over.